The Solar Dynasty. India has been ruled by many dynasties through the course of history. One of the most prominent ones is the Suryavamsha, or the Sun Dynasty. The Vangsha is also known as Ishvaku dynasty. Ishvaku literally translates to something that is pleasing to the eye. Many important kings and princes were born in this dynasty, such as Vishwamitra, Harishchandra, Kakutsa, and Rama. Once there was a king named Khatwanga who was a powerful ruler, also known as Dilip. He was handsome and brave. One day, when Dilip ran into the divine cow Kamdenu, he forgot to pay his respects to her. Kamdenu, because of her gentle nature, did not notice. But the gods were offended and thought she should have been treated better by a king. They said, a cow provides milk and is like a second mother to humans. Not respecting a cow is as bad as not respecting your mother. Dilip must understand that until such time that he does, he will not have any children of his own. As decreed, Dilip remained childless for a long time. It bothered him to no end, and he often wondered, who will succeed me? So one day Dilip went up to his guru, sage Vashishta, who was a Saptarishi. He asked his teacher, Guruji, will I be blessed with a successor? The sage did not answer his questions directly. Instead, he told Dilip, I am giving you my precious cow, Nandini. You must take care of her. You must be sincere and protect her, and she must be fed only by you or your wife. You must not delegate this task to your servants, and hence you should live away from your palace for a while because your kingly responsibilities there will not allow you to take care of her. If your devotion to Nandini is pure and complete, and you succeed in taking good care of her, your desire may be fulfilled. So Dilip accepted the sage's advice and moved with his wife, Sudekshana, to a small hut in a forest, where he devoted himself to the cow. He bathed her every day and took her to graze, while his wife cleaned her shed, milked her, and looked after Nandini's other needs. As time passed, the bond between Dilip and Nandini developed to such an extent that they became inseparable. One day, Nandini strolled ahead of Dilip to graze in grounds they hadn't been to before. Out of nowhere, a fierce lion appeared, ready to attack Nandini. Immediately, Dilip took out his bow and arrow and stood in front of Nandini to protect her. To Dilip's surprise, the lion spoke to him in a human voice. Oh, King Dilip, I eat cows to survive. It's part of nature's cycle. One animal is food for another, and that is how the universe works. Please move aside and let me eat. Dilip refused to budge and replied, you are right about the balance of life, but I have given my word to my teacher that I will protect Nandini and I will fulfill that duty under all circumstances. The discussion continued for a long time, but they couldn't reach agreement. Dilip finally said, if your hunger is uncontrollable, then eat me. It doesn't matter if I die, but you must let Nandini go unharmed. The lion roared with impatience. Don't be foolish, O king. You are a great warrior and an asset to your kingdom. Your subjects depend on you. If your cow dies, you can always get another one. But if you die without an heir, it will be tough for your kingdom to survive. Dilip understood the weight of the lion's words, but he had promised to be devoted to Nandini. He remained firm in his decision and did not budge. Suddenly, the lion vanished, lightning flashed across the sky, and voice said from the heavens, Dilip, I am really touched by your love for Nandini and the promise that you have upheld. May you be blessed with all the good things life has to offer. Stunned by this turn of events, Dilip returned to his hut with Nandini. Sage Vashishta stood there waiting for him. You have passed the test, my dear child, he said with a smile. In the past, you had insulted a cow by ignoring her, and today you were willing to lay down your life for one. May you obtain whatever your heart desires. Now you may return to your capital. Dilip bid goodbye to Nandini with sadness and affection and returned with Sudakshana to his capital. The following year, the royal couple was blessed with a son whom they named Raghu. Raghu was an extraordinary boy, blessed with striking looks, bravery, and good disposition. When he grew up and succeeded his father to the throne, he conquered many lands and became such a famous king that Suryavamsha also come to be known as Raghuvansha. Time passed, and Raghu had a son named Aja, who grew up to be kind-hearted man. One day, a letter arrived inviting the prince to attend the Swayamvar of the princess of Vidarbha kingdom, Indumati. In those days, the tradition of Swayamvar was prevalent, a ceremony for a princess to choose the most suitable husband for herself. Young prince would assemble in the hope of winning the princess's hand in marriage. Their accomplishment would be announced, and the princess would then choose her suitor. The moment Indumati saw Aja, she garlanded him, thereby declaring her choice. The two were wed, and soon after Aja returned with his bride to rule his kingdom. In time, Aja and Indumati had a son named Dasharath. One day, Indumati and Aja were taking a stroll in the royal gardens when suddenly a flower fell from the heavens and landed on Indumati. Instantly, she dropped to the ground, dead. Aja was heartbroken. His beloved wife had been taken away from him. His grief knew no bounds as he bent over her, sobbing. Just then, the travelling sage Narada appeared. He was a sincere devotee of Lord Vishnu and could traverse through different realms. He told Aja that the flower was from his tambura. That flower was a special one, Aja, and your wife was no ordinary woman. She was an Apsara who was cursed to take the human form. She could only return to her former state when a flower from my tambura touched her head. Now her curse has been lifted and she has gone back to the heavens. Aja understood the sage's words, but he still missed his wife terribly. Grief stricken, he gave up his kingdom, handed over the crown to his son Dasharath, and left the palace to live out the rest of his days in forest. Dasharath had three wives. Dasharath had three wives: Kaushalya, the princess of Kosala; Sumitra, the princess of Magadha; and Kaikeyi, the princess of Kaikeya. Dasharath's wives bore him four sons: Rama from Kaushalya, Lakshmana and Shatrughna from Sumitra, and Bharata from Kaikeyi. The following stories are dedicated to Dasharath's eldest son Rama. We also called Raghunandan Ram.